Members, please give Representative McKeel your attention for his farewell remarks. Representative McKeel.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Good afternoon, everyone. On leaving here in this House, I struggled for a few weeks on exactly what my prevailing emotion is. It's sort of awkward, the first time I've ever been fired. But as I conclude this career in public service, I seem to have settled on two: being enormously gratified by our work together and being truly grateful for this extraordinary experience that I've had. Obviously, I'll miss the daily interaction with you all the most. I'll miss my friends here immensely. And I keep reflecting on how badly I'm going to miss the staff in this House. Quite simply, they're the most intelligent, competent, and driven set of professionals I've ever had the privilege of working around. And members, very honestly, we take them for granted. We're going to have some time later in the session to recognize our staff, but I thought I would bring a couple to light. Tom, thank you so much for your brilliance and for your guidance, and thank you for being my friend. To Joanne Lesnoff, there is not a more gifted budget professional anywhere in America. Your wisdom, Joanne, your wisdom and your friendship mean so much to me. It's impossible to name everyone here who's been so helpful to me over the years, but thank you to the entire Speaker's Office staff who've been putting up with me for about 24 hours a day for the past month. Kathy, the team that you've assembled to assist this body in governing the state has no equal. Thank you, Kathy, for your friendship, and thank you for trusting me. A special thank you to Speaker Rubio, Speaker Creedle, Speaker Cannon, and the teams and administrations who have made me a successful leader, and who over the past several years have made the Florida House the respected institution that it is. To my dear friends in the class of 2006, I want to thank you all for the kind words that you've all said about me. I'm not sure that they're deserved. A lot of our friends bailed on us. The strong still remain. At times our class made history. At times we made buffoons of ourselves. But for our accomplishment through an historic recession and through some of the most difficult political challenges ever to face an elected body, we should feel immense gratification. And the bonds in our class of elected leaders only strengthened, and how grateful we all are for that. But that's not an accident. Strength through adversity and deepening bonds through incredible tribulation are possible when the team matters more than the win, and when the leader of the team is Will Weatherford. To the Republicans in the room, if you recall, I suggested to you 3 years ago that Will Weatherford should lead us. I told you that he was faithful, driven, passionate, conservative, and fair. I told you that he was the real deal. And as we look toward Friday and we appropriately reflect on our time here together, I don't usually say I told you so, but I'd submit to you all that I was right. Speaker, I've told you many times before, I never had a brother. You had a lot of them, and you know how it's done. You're good at life, my friend. Thank you for all that you've done for me. I'm so grateful to you for trusting me in this house, but I'm so grateful to God for your friendship. I know it's customary to recognize our own office staff, and I'm going to do that, but I have an apology. As I was writing this speech, one thing I discovered about myself is that apparently I'm so bad at this job that it took approximately an entire basketball team to guide me through. So to Robin Delgado, thank you for getting me here. To Ryan, God bless you, my friend. I'm very proud of the man and the husband and the professional that you've become. To Corey, you have an extremely bright future, and I look forward to seeing you pull it off. To sweet Callie Nesland, who's here today. Often, you assume that other places like the Florida Senate or the private sector might steal your talent away. Our own Florida House tried to steal Callie away from me. In the end, a very wise and well-operated Fortune 500 company did, and Callie, I couldn't be more proud of the professional and the mama that you've become. Catherine, you're a jewel to me, and you're the lifeblood of our office, and you're the mother of all of the Polk Legislative Delegation staff. Thank you for all that you do for the citizens of Lakeland, and the folks in Polk County and Lakeland are so darn lucky to have you. God bless you, my dear. To Lara Medley, all of you who visited my office know Lara Medley. Lara, being the chair of the Just Say No task force for the Appropriations Office, is a Herculean task. Thank you, Lara, for your dedication and your loyalty to me. And thank you for the professionalism with which you've handled one of the toughest jobs in this building. To Joe Clements, a kindred spirit. Joe, being the chairman and the vice chairman together of the House Caucus of Nerds, is not an easy thing to do. But thank you for playing it with me, brother. You have a very bright future. Thank you for everything you've done for me. I'm proud of you. To Randy, Justin, Andy, Adam, Gene, Dave, Steve, Trey, to all the posse, to all my very good friends up here and at home, thank you for keeping me grounded, and thank you for your friendship. And to an entire process of wonderful people here in Tallahassee, it's been the honor of my life to serve this state with you. I'm gratified by our work together, and so very grateful to you all for being willing to work with me. To the folks at home who elected and re-elected me, I thank you sincerely for the true honor that it has been to represent you. To the throngs of citizens and constituents and newspaper editors who've disagreed with me, thank you for being patient with me. I've endeavored to leave a legacy of openness, candor, and respect for one another. In my nearly 14 years in public life, however, there has developed a trend that is concerning to me. So to the citizens of our state, I implore you to put away a growing but very damaging sentiment that my colleagues and the professionals in this process are overtaken with ill will. The people whom I work with are honorable men and women who strive every day when they're doing your work to do the right thing as they see it. They're the practitioners in this great experiment in representative democracy. And quite candidly, the sustainability of our republic depends on their being willing to put their name up and their family out in public and to serve. Please don't make serving more difficult than it is. It's my hope that going forward, that we all work with each other respectfully and collaboratively so that our democracy will enjoy a restored and healthy admiration for the honorable profession of public service. Many of you know that the change in my own private life over the 8 years that I've been with you has been seismic. I came into this room for the first time a brand new daddy. Thanks be to God, I had no idea what I was in for there. I'll go home next week to a straight-A second grader and to an adorable little kindergartner. I took the oath here under the watchful eye of a cast of great men, a best friend who worked here, an uncle, a grandfather who, thank God, made the trip to see me sworn in, and a father. These men molded and propped up my very existence as a person, much less a professional. But as many of you recall, in a very short period of time while I was here, I lost all 4 of them, most devastatingly my dad. And 1,000 times a week, during these short years, I questioned my own abilities without Dad as a backstop. But Dad always told me, son, if we all threw our problems in a great big hat, we'd take our own and run like hell. And because of Dad's wisdom, I'm so grateful to my wonderful family who got me through. Thank you to my grandmother, to my mom and my sisters who are here today. I love you so much. Without your help and your support, our family could not have completed this journey. Thank you to Nana Faye for being our family's savior. And thank you to Seth and Caroline for being patient with your daddy while I lived out a dream that I had. I'm going to come home now, and I'm going to make sure that you can live yours, and I can't wait to see what they are. And while radical change on a personal level has certainly pervaded my life while I've been here, there is a loving constant who's truly sustained me. And I'll walk out of here on Friday holding hands with the most beautiful, steadfast, adoring gift that God ever gave me. Kim, I love you so much, honey. Thank you for allowing me this honor. Let's go home.
Chairman McKeel, earlier today, Marty called me her little brother, and I certainly look at her as a big sister, but there's no question that you are a brother to me. And your loyalty and your competence and the way that you've led this chamber and this budget 2 years running is unmatched, my friend, by anyone I've ever seen. And maybe you don't know this, but there was a moment we almost lost Seth McKeel twice. He had opportunities to leave the Florida House for what some people would consider to be greener pastures. And I worked extremely hard to make sure that never happened. Because I told him I would be lost in this chair, on this microphone, without him as a part of this team. And Mr. McKeel, I would have been lost. But because of you being here, this Florida House is a better place. We have mourned together numerous times. We've enjoyed time with our families together. And you have brought honor to the Florida House of Representatives and your constituents in Polk County. I love you, brother.